An eye in the sky is watching your home. It's not a satellite capturing a blurry image of your neighborhood, and it's not a hobbyist's weekend toy. This eye belongs to your insurance company. It's a drone, flying silently overhead, armed with high-resolution cameras, cataloging every detail of your property. Its mission is to assess risk. This is the new reality of home insurance, a technological leap that raises profound questions about privacy and power. Welcome to the Insurance Panopticon. Imagine receiving a letter from your insurer, the company you've paid faithfully for years. It contains a crisp aerial photograph of your roof, a picture you never knew was taken. The letter informs you that due to some loose shingles or overhanging tree branches identified by their aerial inspection, your policy will not be renewed unless you undertake costly repairs within a few weeks. This isn't a dystopian fantasy. It's a growing reality for homeowners across the country. The term panopticon was conceived by the philosopher Jeremy Bentham to describe a prison where inmates could be observed without knowing if they were being watched. Compelling, constant good behavior. Today, a similar dynamic is emerging between insurers and policyholders. The knowledge that a drone could be inspecting your property at any time creates a new kind of pressure, fundamentally altering the relationship of trust that once underpinned the insurance industry. So why did insurers take to the skies? This shift wasn't born in a vacuum. For decades, inspecting a home was a slow, expensive, and dangerous affair. When an insurer needed to assess a property, they would dispatch a human inspector. This person would travel to the property, walk the grounds, and most perilously, climb onto the roof. The process was slow and costly. It was also dangerous. Roof inspections exposed adjusters to the risk of falls, leading to workers' compensation claims. After a natural disaster like a hurricane or wildfire, these dangers were magnified. Damaged structures are unstable, and entire neighborhoods can be inaccessible, delaying the claims process for homeowners at their most vulnerable moment. Then, a confluence of crises pushed the industry toward a technological solution. First, the increasing frequency and intensity of extreme weather events linked to climate change have unleashed a torrent of claims. After Hurricane Harvey in 2017, insurers saw the immense value in using drones to quickly survey the devastation. The slow, one-by-one, in-person inspection model was completely inadequate for the scale of the task. Second, to remain profitable, insurers have sought to de-risk their portfolios. This means they want a much more granular and accurate understanding of the specific risks of each individual property. They want to know the exact condition of your roof, the proximity of that old oak tree to your house, and whether you have an undeclared trampoline in the backyard. The high-resolution view from a drone was incredibly appealing. Finally, the COVID-19 pandemic acted as an accelerant. With social distancing making in-person visits difficult, insurers who were experimenting with aerial inspections suddenly had a powerful reason to scale them up. So, what is the anatomy of one of these aerial inspections? The system is a sophisticated blend of advanced hardware and intelligent software. The process turns raw aerial images into underwriting decisions, often without any human intervention. This happens in one of two ways. Either your insurance company directly contracts a drone pilot to inspect your specific property, or, increasingly, they purchase data from third-party companies that are systematically photographing nearly every building in the country. The drones used are far more advanced than consumer models. They carry high-resolution cameras that can reveal subtle signs of damage, like hail impacts on shingles or fine cracks in a chimney. Some are equipped with thermal or infrared cameras that can spot heat loss from a roof, indicating poor insulation, or detect moisture trapped beneath roofing materials, a precursor to leaks and rot. The inspection process itself is meticulously planned. A licensed commercial drone pilot will fly a pre-programmed route over a neighborhood. In many cases, however, the insurer isn't sending a drone just for you. They are subscribing to a service. Companies in the Geospatial Insurance Consortium, an industry-funded group, use manned aircraft and drones to build a colossal visual database, claiming to have imagery covering 99% of the U.S. population. This means a photo of your home likely already exists in a database, ready to be analyzed. The sheer volume of this data would be useless without a way to analyze it efficiently. This is where artificial intelligence and machine learning come in. The aerial images are fed into sophisticated AI models that have been trained to identify and flag potential risks. This AI is looking for specific things: roof condition, like missing or cracked shingles; structural hazards, like overgrown tree limbs; maintenance issues, like clogged gutters; and undeclared liabilities, like swimming pools or trampolines. Based on this analysis, the AI can generate a risk score for the property, flagging it for review or, in some cases, automatically triggering a non-renewal notice. While this can be unsettling, proponents argue that the technology offers significant advantages. For insurance companies, the benefits are clear. Drones are significantly cheaper to deploy than human inspectors. A Goldman Sachs report estimated that drone usage could lead to a 10% saving on claim adjustment expenses. A single drone can inspect multiple properties in the time it would take a human to inspect one, slashing inspection times by up to 50%. Most importantly, it vastly improves worker safety by keeping adjusters on the ground. This technology also provides a treasure trove of high-quality data. PwC suggests that drone usage could improve underwriting accuracy by an astounding 40 to 60%. It's also a powerful tool for fraud detection, providing a before image to compare against any future claims. Insurers argue these benefits translate to the policyholder. Because drones can assess damage almost immediately after a disaster, the claims process can be resolved much faster. A more accurate risk assessment could also lead to more equitable pricing. If a drone inspection confirms your home is in excellent condition, you could see that reflected in a more competitive premium. But the efficiency of the Insurance Panopticon comes at a cost, and that cost is a profound sense of unease and vulnerability. For many, the core issue is a fundamental violation of privacy. A homeowner in Massachusetts who received a cancellation threat based on drone photos of her trees described the experience as very invasive and crazy. Insurers and their data collectors argue they are flying in public airspace, a position supported by FAA regulations. However, this legal argument does little to assuage the feeling of being watched. A significant part of the problem is the lack of transparency. Often, homeowners aren't notified, and the first they learn of an inspection is when they receive a non-renewal notice. The legality of these inspections exists in a gray area. While the FAA governs the skies, privacy laws are determined at the state level, creating a confusing patchwork of regulations. Perhaps the most dangerous aspect is the reliance on artificial intelligence. AI is not infallible. Consumer advocates report numerous cases of flawed analysis. A blurry image might lead the AI to misidentify a skylight as roof damage. Shadows can be misinterpreted as defects. An insurer might use a year-old image that doesn't reflect a brand new roof the homeowner just installed. The AI can be a black box, making it difficult for homeowners to understand or challenge the decision. For homeowners, this can lead to immense stress and financial hardship. Insurers are using this data to aggressively cull their portfolios of any home deemed less than perfect. A few patches of moss or a discolored shingle can be enough to trigger non-renewal. Homeowners are then faced with a difficult choice: pay for expensive repairs on a tight deadline, or lose their insurance coverage, which can put them in violation of their mortgage agreement. This marks a fundamental shift from a partnership in managing risk to a more adversarial relationship where homeowners are under constant probation. So how can you navigate this new reality? First, know your policy and your rights. Read your policy's inspection clauses and research the specific drone privacy laws in your state. Second, become your own inspector. Don't wait for a drone to find a problem. Conduct regular self-inspections, looking for the very things an insurance drone is programmed to find. Document everything. Keep meticulous records of all maintenance and repairs. This documentation is your best evidence to refute a flawed assessment. Third, if you receive a non-renewal notice you believe is flawed, challenge it. Demand to see the images that were used. Scrutinize them for errors. Provide your own counter-evidence, like dated receipts for a new roof or photos you've taken yourself. Start with your agent, and if necessary, escalate the issue by filing a formal complaint with your state's Department of Insurance. The drone is not a passing fad. It is the vanguard of a technological transformation. The Insurance Panopticon is set to become even more powerful. We can expect the rise of predictive analytics, where AI won't just know the current condition of your roof, but will predict when it is likely to fail. We may see a move toward real-time persistent monitoring, where daily high-resolution satellite imagery becomes a reality. This data from the sky will be combined with data from the ground, from Internet of Things sensors in your home that detect leaks or temperature changes. As this technology spreads, a regulatory backlash is brewing. Future legislation will likely focus on transparency, consent, and data access, giving homeowners the right to view the data used against them and a fair process to appeal inaccuracies. This all forces a crucial question. What is the purpose of insurance? Is it a social good for pooling risk, or a purely data-driven financial instrument designed to shed all but the most perfect risk-free customers? The current trajectory points toward the latter, threatening to create a two-tiered system of insurable and uninsurable homes. The eye in the sky is here to stay. The task ahead is to ensure it serves as a tool for mutual protection, not as the unblinking watchman in a panopticon of our own making.